Once upon a time there lived a boy in a town. During his summer holidays he came to visit his grandpa. He used to play with his grandpa all the day. One day he said to his grandpa, "Grandpa, when I grow up, I want to become a successful man. Please tell me how to be a successful person in life." Grandpa said, "I will tell you the way, but not now. Let me tell you with an example and an experience." Grandpa took him to a nearby nursery. They bought 2 small plants from the nursery and came back home. Then he planted one plant in a pot and they kept it inside the house and planted the other plant outside the house. After planting the plants, the grandpa asked his grandson, "My dear grandson, what do you think, which of these 2 plants will grow better in future?" The boy kept thinking for some time. And then he said, "Plant inside the house will grow better because it is safe from every danger, while plant outside is at risk of many things like strong sunlight, storm, rain, and animals." Grandpa smiled and said, "Let us see what happens in future." Next the boy went back to his parents' house in the town and got busy with his studies. After 4 years, boy came to visit his grandpa again. After meeting with grandpa, he rested for some time. The next day he said to grandpa, "Last time I asked you a question, how to be successful in life. But you did not tell me anything. This time you have to tell me." Grandpa smiled and said, "Sure, but first let us take a look at plants that we planted few years back." They went inside the house and see the plant which they planted inside a small pot. He saw that the small plant in the pot has turned a big plant. Then they went to see the plant which they had planted outside the house. The boy was totally astonished seeing a very big tree in front of him. The tree was very big and its branches spread far and wide, providing shade to passerby. Now grandpa looked at boy and asked, "Tell me, which plant grew more, which is more successful?" The boy replied, "The one we planted outside." "But grandpa, how is this possible? That plant must have faced so many dangers, still it grew so big." Grandpa smiled and said, "Yes, plant outside had to face many harsh conditions, but dealing with problems had its benefits too. Plant outside had freedom to spread its roots as much as it wanted. Problems like storm and heavy rain made its roots even stronger. Today it is so strong that a storm cannot cause any harm to it. While the plant we planted inside remains small, and it is weak too, because it did not withstand the heavy storms, rain, and strong sunlight." Then grandpa looked at his grandson and said, "My son, always remember that unless you struggle in life, unless you go through difficulties, you too will not be able to achieve success in your life. If you will make comfortable choices, then you will not be able to grow as you can. And if you are ready to struggle and go through difficulties, then no goal is impossible for you to achieve. Therefore, never think of problems as hurdles, but think of them as stepping stones towards success." Boy took a long breath and started looking at tree. The words of his grandpa were echoing in his mind. Obstacles which we consider as enemies in our life, the same obstacles make us stronger and more successful in our life. If we see in our lives, then we will find that often in our lives we have to face challenges and difficulties, due to which many times we get disappointed and lose the courage to move forward. But the story of 2 plants teaches us not to be intimidated by challenges, but to embrace them as an opportunity to learn and grow. Like a plant that was planted outside had to face natural calamities, but with this it also had the freedom to spread its roots and grow stronger, and thus, it transformed into a strong and giant tree. But the plant that was planted inside was saved from natural calamities, but it remained small and weak. From this, we get to learn that the more difficulties and challenges we face in our life, the more the path of success will open for us. It teaches us that we should not be afraid to take risk and step outside our comfort zones. When we face challenges, we have the opportunity to learn and grow stronger. We can also develop the resilience and determination that are essential to success. Overcoming all challenges is not easy. There will be times when we feel defeated or discouraged. However, it is important to remember that these are only temporary setbacks. If we learn from them and keep moving forward, we will eventually overcome any challenges that come our way. So, the next time you face a challenge or experience a difficult time in your life, don't give up. Take advantage of the opportunity to learn and grow. Always remember that the challenges you face today can make you stronger and more successful tomorrow. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.